Okay, so here is my Humvee. I got this earlier today, and so I was really excited about it, but then that ended really quick, and you could see the hoods over there because I was inspecting things here. Um, my extreme excitement, like I said, was short-lived, and that's because there's this issue with the transmission. So let me get a good video here. This thing is in such good condition, the body and stuff. Look at that, hardly even used. It's missing some parts, and I knew it was missing some, but I just did the email to file a claim with, because GovPlanet has their ironclad assurance deal, and yeah, there's some things that were definitely missing that weren't listed, and there were pictures taken in a manner to where missing things were hidden, or it looks like they purposely didn't take pictures to show things were missing. So the major thing was the transmission. Oh, you see a 2x4 there, and you're like, I don't think that comes standard on a Humvee. Why is there a 2x4 there? Well, as you can see, this driveline is tied up right now, and so this vehicle came from Albany, Georgia. It's right near there, and like about 2,300 miles here to Boise, Idaho. And so anyways, what was going on was that about 2/3 of the way here, my transporter noticed that the transmission was all hanging down, and he was like, what the hell? And then this part here, that was disconnected like that, because this thing fell down far enough to where the driveline pulled all the way out and was hanging down. And literally, I was supposed to have gone with my big top kick work truck and flat towed this vehicle home. And if I had been driving when this thing fell down and that thing fell out and that thing was turning around, it would have destroyed everything in here. It probably would have broken the rear differential as well. Who knows how much damage would have happened. The back tires would have probably completely locked up as I'm towing it on a freeway or highway or whatever. And I think it's all freeways for the most part. Yeah. I mean, it would have been a horrific scene. And you got this thing here. Like, I think that was somehow they had that up in there somewhere holding this up, and no pictures were taken of the transmission. No pictures were taken to show the cross member was missing. Nothing in the written part of the report said this part was missing. There's like one picture that's I think it's like from this angle here. I forget, but they don't even say that the starter's missing. Like, all right, well, you see some wires down here. Well, how about you just take a picture up on the other side of that, and you will see that there's no starter there. I mean, how difficult is that? So, the thing is, there was only 40 pictures of this vehicle taken, and normally they take like 60 or 70 pictures of these things. So, like, okay, you want to be fair and honest about things. The lights, the tail lights, they're missing. Okay, that's cool. There was pictures of that. I can see the tail lights are missing. I bought new ones. Oh, you can't see it there. The lights, the lights are missing here too. I mean, that one, and actually the front piece, it was in the vehicle, but I bought new blinker marker lights, all that. I bought that because, like, you can see in the pictures, they're missing, and so that's what you expect in the report, to show you the things that are missing, so you know what to expect when you get the vehicle, because you're not allowed to go there and look at these vehicles in person beforehand. So, like this stuff here, like this, I guess this fell off as he was driving. He didn't know that it was even there, I guess. It didn't matter. The snorkel was, it was all goofed up anyways. So I bought, in, my other videos, I bought another snorkel. Okay. I bought the housing here and the big rubber piece that connects to this. And then the overflow goes right here. The radiator overflow. Like, I bought all that stuff. I knew that was missing. Now, I did not know that the pulley tensioner was missing. How hard is that to see? Like, you just see it right away because you got this bolt that just sticks out. But no picture taken of that. Sure, the belt is missing. Yeah, the belt came in yesterday. I knew the belt was missing. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But when you purposely take pictures of things at angles to hide missing things, now we got a problem. One thing that was, and then this here too. This is where the for the fluid for the windshield wipers. Okay, who cares about that? Now, to something amazing. This right here. Look at what that says right there. 400 amps. This bad boy. When I took off that hood and I saw this thing, I was like, oh, seems like a really big alternator. And sure, I wiped it off, but it actually really wasn't that dirty. I was just getting more of it off. But so I could read that even before I wiped it. 400 amps. I was like, oh my God, this thing has like their biggest alternator, because normally they're like 200 amps. And so I did the math on that, and yeah, 400 amps at 24 volts is literally 9,700. But this is actually, it's charging at 28. So I did the math at 24. So my math was wrong. So you do another 4 volts times 400. So that's another 1,600. So that's, oh my, damn, that's like, now it was 97, I believe. So 97, 10,007. That's like 11,300 watts. That's a massive alternator. So basically just call it 11,000 watts. You buy generators for homes that are like a 10,000 watt generator. And this is literally 11. But you can tell by the size though, that thing is so freaking huge. No wonder it puts out that much power. So that's really amazing. And I noticed that there's this little guy right here, and that's a little power thing to supply power to all the little goodies in here that they would have. Oh, another thing that pisses me off, this right here, it's broken. That's why it's not mounted in there. There was like 2 or 3 pictures, and they were taken at angles like this, how the camera is right now, that was hiding the broken spot. So it's like, oh, come on. You just happen to take 2 or 3 pictures and every single one blocks the broken part of it. I mean, I know it's actually possible that happened. But the chances of that, and then where all the other things are missing, missing the pictures of things that you can easily just look at. Oh yeah, and then the batteries. Yeah, they didn't bother to say that there wasn't any batteries. They didn't take the seat off to show that there was no batteries. So I'm putting a claim in for that as well. Oh, and you got this another little power deal right here, just like the one up front. And then I didn't know these had this, but you got this little deal down in here, and I guess that's this slave receptacle. So I got to look in the manual for that, but I'm guessing that like if you need to jump start another vehicle, you just plug in right there, or if that's just an auxiliary thing to power equipment outside the vehicle. I'm not sure its purpose, but anyways, another awesome thing. I thought 2 of these tires were completely new. As you can see, the knobbies on these guys are still here. From the pictures, I could tell that the 2 passenger side tires were brand new and still had the knobbies, but it looks like I got lucky and all 4 of these are completely brand new tires, and that's worth a lot of money right there all by itself. So that's a plus, obviously. Yeah, some of this stuff is missing some bolts here. Oh yeah, and they don't even, like when I crawled under the vehicle, when it was still on the truck, to see what we were going to do about the transmission stuff, I had looked up here, and this is literally the first thing that I noticed. It's getting kind of dark here, but see that bolt right there? It's missing that down piece that connects the sway bar to the A-arm. So there's not even a picture of that. I mean, you notice that right away when you get underneath there and look, because everything is black, and you got this bright shiny thing that's sticking out. So like I noticed it instantly. But anyway, so that thing's missing here. I ordered one of those, but it's weird. They have a plug-in on the top or the front, like on one of the sides, and then on the bottom. Like this has to be the control box for, well, it doesn't have to be. I thought this was the control box for the glow plugs. Hopefully I didn't just buy something that I'm gonna have to return, but I'm like almost positive that's what that is. But yeah, everything. Now I did clean this out. Like this side over here had a lot of, some debris, some pine needles and shit in here. So I did clean that out. But honestly, like down in there, I did vacuum a little bit, but that's just pretty much how it looked. I vacuumed from underneath of it, but that's pretty much how it looked. Like all this here, how this is all clean along here. Like I didn't even clean any of that. Like that was already like this. This is one of the telltale signs of it being out in the elements a lot. This piece here rusts really bad on these things. So you can tell this hasn't been out. Up here, I didn't even clean anything out of here behind the windshield, and it's like totally clean all the way through. So yeah, and even on top, the B pillar. Now I thought that the B pillar was the same height as. You know what? Maybe it is. Maybe it's just the angle of the vehicle sitting. Because I was like, oh, the thing's higher. But you know what? Maybe if this thing was sitting on flat ground, because I thought that those were the same heights. Anyways, I'm just tired. It's been a long day, and then dealing with this, and then I had to write up a whole thing of an email because it was already too late when I tried to call them and tell them about their BS. But things like this, like I knew that wasn't there. Like I bought a new one. Like it's fine. But when you're going to lie to people and then purposely not have certain pictures and leave things out, like who knows? I mean, It's possible it could have been a major accident on the freeway when the back end would have done its thing and got all jammed up and broken and all that. Um, I mean, I'd be towing this behind a vehicle that's twice the size of, and you know, the weight of this thing, so it probably just would have locked, and I would have had to slow down and come to a stop, you know. So it probably wouldn't have caused a wreck, but you never know, because what if that happened while I was in the middle of passing another vehicle or changing lanes or anything like that? If it happened just at the wrong time, I don't, you know, you don't know for sure what's going to happen in those instances. And not just that, but what if it would have happened, like literally that's 2,300 miles from Albany, Georgia to Boise, Idaho. And he said it was about 2/3 of the way in. Like, what if that was just like in the middle of nowhere, like Kansas or something like that, and there wasn't anybody around for 200 miles? I had a bunch of water and stuff I was going to take, you know, just because you never know what might happen. But yeah, it's a good thing I got really lucky and found the guy I did that towed this for me for a very reasonable price. I helped him out and he helped me out, and everybody was happy, and I'm definitely going to be posting his information. All right, well, the neighbors turned on the lawnmower, so I guess it's time for me to end this. Talk to you guys later.